Quick question. Do you guys enjoy controlling other people? Yeah. Do you get a thrill from making other people scrub dirty toilets?
Yeah.
Do you just really love watching other people eat breakfast?
Yeah.
Well then do I have the game for you, you absolute psychopath? The Sims is EA's $5 billion baby. Everybody loves The Sims. The franchise has contributed so much to the gaming world we know today. It's an important piece of video game history. But The Sims wasn't always so popular. In fact, in order to better understand the importance of The Sims, we have to do some time traveling. Back to a time where koosh balls, parachute pants, and mullets were all the rage. Let's do some time traveling. Get in. The year is 1985. A time long before The Sims would ever come into the picture, but it's about the time where your mom is stepping out, looking all cute in her little tie-dye shirt and leg warmer socks to go see your dad at the park to play some hacky sack. And after that sweet hacky sack sesh at the park, your dad takes your mom back to his place, back to his casa, takes her up to his bedroom, pulls her in and whispers into her ear, "Hey bitch, check out this cool life simulator I just got on my Commodore 64 computer." God, why is your dad so rude? Jeez. Little Computer People was a game all about simulating daily life. And this right here is the grandpappy to The Sims. Every player would interact with a uniquely generated character living inside a 3-story house. You could get a dog, give commands to the character, and sometimes the character would even write letters back to you. What? This game was breaking the fourth wall? Can I get a Tim Allen? This game would have direct influence on the development of The Sims. When Will Wright, the creator of SimCity, started to work on The Sims in the late 90s, Rich Gold, the designer of Little Computer People, gave him direct feedback on how to improve The Sims. Will Wright would take the life simulation concept and just run with it, completely blowing away expectations on what the genre could be. The Sims became so influential it helped pave the way for future virtual life and sandbox games. Now you had your more original takes on the idea, with Animal Crossing and Virtual Villagers being a great example of that. They had their own spin on the idea. It's unique. It's great. But then over here we have the money grab and copycat garbage games that literally changed nothing about The Sims. I'm talking about singles. Flirt your life up. Everything from the graphics down to the user interface is the exact same. But before all that craze, back when my boy Will was still pitching the idea of The Sims to the team at Maxis, a lot of the developers were really not on board with it. They just couldn't understand the appeal of making a game like this. Why would anybody want to play dress up with virtual people? Who wants to watch someone drop a fat steamy dump in their toilets? And when the Sims go to work or school, why would anybody want to just sit there and stare at an empty house while they wait for them to come back? I'm having a blast. But all that skepticism and doubt would be destroyed as soon as The Sims released in the year 2000. It pushed boundaries for the gaming industry at the time, allowing players to have same-sex relationships, which is something that wasn't really all too common in games back in the day. It had a little something for everyone, and with that, The Sims would begin to introduce games to people who weren't really hardcore gamers. That's right, the filthy casuals. For many people, the perfect starting point is a casual game, something easy that you can start with and then branch off to discover other genres of the gaming world. The Sims was and still is the perfect game for the casual crowd. I mean, you don't have to get aggressive, you don't have to compete against anyone for anything, and you don't have to murder everything in sight like my gamer boys in the back like to do. You could just sit there with some tea or something and create a whole little family with a couple of pets and then move them into a quiet, serene neighborhood while the hardcore gamer boys Shrek these loser kids on Team Slayer teabagging on your noob ass. And once you've found your perfect little lot, it's time to spend a few hours building your ideal home. Fill it with beautiful furniture and a fantastic little pool area in the backyard. And once your quiet little home is complete, don't forget to absolutely demolish your opponents in CSGO, going for the clutch defuse as the timer runs out. Eat shit, terrorist. Gang gang. And once you're done with that, it's time to begin your beautiful life in the world of Sims. There's no other game out there that I can think of that's quite like The Sims. No other game lets me throw a party at my house, invite all my neighbors only to trap them all into one room and watch them all suffer and starve to death. It's a game that lets you write your own life, or escape to a better one, creating something like a dream life for yourself. If most of us gamers play games to escape our real lives, then Sims is the perfect candidate for escapism. Maybe you want to see what it'd be like to marry an alien wife, or be a vampire serial killer. Or maybe your thing is to have 100 different babies with 100 different men. Whatever your thing is, whatever your kink, Sims has got you, especially with the freaking modding community. Your possibilities are endless. As far as life simulators go, The Sims is still the king, and hopefully for EA it can continue on that legacy with The Sims 5. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to giving my sim his 5th bath and watching him struggle with his existence.
Please stop. I'm clean. I promise. Fuck!
Look at the babies! But The Sims wasn't always so popular. In fact, in order to better understand